Okay, so this is, like I said, Blackwater Marsh Club. Meant to be a Pete Dye inspired course. I can kind of see the Harbour Town vibe here. Yeah. Uh, Sculpting out off the bat, like right around here somewhere. It just needs to be flattened a bit. So then we can see the bunkers, because we can't see the bunkers. And I'll just say this at the beginning of the video. Great thing, and this is something when I start designing on Monday, that I'm going to start doing is really looking at the view from behind the player so that you can see, that helps you see a lot of things that you would miss otherwise. So, people are in a rush to hammer on the triangle key, or triangle button, but the bunkers, this one here is a bit on the bathtubby side, and it's a really kind of skinny, long. Yeah, the bunkers could be a little better, I think. So yeah, I know we're not playing real life golf here, but again, don't forget the true sim tour exists, and they don't have scout cam. And so then yeah, again, sculpting makes us not be able to see the green either. And so we're missing out on, what are we missing out on? There's water right. There's water left. We'll look at that in a second. Nice little bunkers around. We can't see any of it, which is unfortunate. Now, if I wanted to lay up, it's interesting that the water's in play for the layup, but not for the second shot. All right, Forrest, have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it as always. Yeah, it's weird that if you're in the fairway, there's absolutely no reason not to go for it, and tons of reasons why you should, because the water's only in play if you're laying up. So that's something I would look at too, is the strategy on that. Okay. I expected that one to go through the back, and I would have been quite fine with it doing that, but that's okay. So I was coming at it from here. So just behind where I'm standing there, it drops off, but I caught this slope over here that brought me back. I feel like that shot should have gone through the back. Like I'll take my 17 or 16 foot putt for eagle. Don't get me wrong, but it goes up, and then it goes down. So I would look at flattening that just a bit, and then make it be more of a false edge at the back. Ah, bugger. Okay, digging the vibe though. Like I can see Harbour Town here. Okay. So hang on. Is that? Oh, that must be another hole over there. Okay. I'm concerned on this one. Let's see if I have reason to be. I sure do. All right. I couldn't really be any more in the middle of the fairway, I don't think. I guess it could be a little bit farther left, but I mean, I'm basically in the middle of the fairway, and I'm now looking at these trees right in front of me. Now I know Harbor Town does have a couple of trees like that. Um, and those don't look outrageously close to the playing surface either. It's just the way the angle is. I could see this happening off the tee where I was going to get blocked. And I should be able to get a wedge over it. But it just, the look isn't great because of it, you know? Yeah. So I probably would lose those trees on the corner. I don't know that they really gain anything for you. And all they do is they just obscure the green again. And they're not, I mean, they might be in play if you miss the fairway, I guess, but I don't know. Okay. So we got them. Okay, so this is one of the holes going back to the marsh. This is very Harbor Town-esque. I don't know if it's my crummy eyesight, if it's the brightness of the marsh of the what I imagine is a sound behind, or if it's we're just not quite high enough to see the green. Cool touch to stick the stairs in there. That's another Pete Dye thing. I mean, the hole overall looks entirely reasonable. Just wish I could see more of it. Hair slow. That was the wrong club. Well, I didn't have a club, so. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's nice green. I could do without the rock on the right. But regular viewers of my channel know how much I don't like rocks. I don't think it's really going to come into play much unless you hit a really poor shot and roll one on there. Jay Crush, how you doing? Welcome aboard. I don't remember your name, so I'm assuming it's your first time here. Welcome. Alright. It's a good par 3. Just from the tee, I would like to see more of it, is all. And then, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a theme. So I'm just going to say this one more time, and then we'll be done with it. I want to be able to see the bunkers from the tee. Like, I want to be able to see the landing area. Like, there's going to be times where a blind tee shot makes sense, but they're few and far between. Oh, yeah? What do you play on? So yeah, just especially when we have a marsh over here we got to watch out for. Just be careful that we're not completely blind. Okay, the bunker down the right is a pretty darn big one. I don't mind it. And the green side as a whole, I think I like. Yeah. Slopes running towards the marsh, which makes sense. Yeah. Again, just some flattening is all. That's all we really need here. Yeah. Me too, Maddie. Oh, no, I don't dig that, though. It wouldn't hurt me more than I thought. Okay, Lighthouse. You're gonna have to have that if you're gonna have a Harbor Town style course. It looks nice. I like it. I like how we're kind of out in the by the ocean here, but it's not really being forced on us. I think the environment's been done well. You playing PS4? Cool. So do I. I do I do have people play with me on chat or sorry in stream. It just today's not the best day for it because I've got another stream at 7 where we're going to be playing Wreckfest. So you're welcome for that too though if you have Wreckfest. All right. So we got a dogleg right. What do we got for? Well, if I have a rocket up my posterior, I might be able to get to the water, I guess. Those little pots on the left are cool. Yeah, this hole's growing on me. But J Crush, you remind me, I need to start doing that more. Thing is, a lot of the people that watch are PC players, so I often don't have the opportunity to play with them, but I do have some PS4 viewers too, so we got to start having some fun matches. I'm gonna have to dedicate one of my days to just being a. I'm gonna have to think about that. I've played once Twisted. It was who was it? Lucas, Mammoth, J Ray, and I. And it was fun until it crashed. Then it got less fun. And then I think Mammoth had to bail because the time difference for him. So then we ended up playing skins. It was fun. McTrees and I played Storm King that one time. That was hilarious. Lucas and I played. We played the Pleated Pants Pro, and we did that one on stream. We've played a little bit off stream too, but yeah, I played a little bit of Alt Shot. It's good. I like Alt Shot. I especially like watching it. Okay, this just ripped straight out of Harbor Town. This hole. Look at it. Like that's. That retaining wall's done pretty well too. I've definitely seen a lot worse. When do you guys normally play Twisted? The only complication I have. Yeah. The only complication I have is that, like this week I don't have my daughter. Next week I do, but I have a couple of days that I'm always free in the sense I don't have her, but I often end up filling those days with other things already, so. But depending on when you're playing, that could be something I could get into. Okay. Yeah, that's a solid hole. This retaining wall is I think it's maybe more the bulk. Something between the bunker sculpting and the wall is just a little off over here. So you got 4 people that have to line it up, eh? Okay. Yeah, I could be. Yeah, I'm with you there, Maddie. I've seen it once in real life, and they literally had to do it because otherwise the lip kept falling down on it. This one is just, it's not quite working. It's, yeah. It made sense on the water. Here, especially, like if it was more like here maybe, but with the sand being at different heights all around it, it's... Yeah, it doesn't quite work as well. An awkward distance for me too. It's my fault. Yep, give me a shout. You're in my Discord, right, Twisted? Give me a shout in there. And we can figure it out. Okay, so that 3-wood in the rough splash. Okay, I mean, as a short par 4, it lacked a little something though. There was no reason in the world not to try to get up by the green. The only thing that made that at all head scratching was that my driver goes too far. Yeah, that makes sense, dude. So I'd have to play with somebody from Challenge Circuit. That's cool. We did that. Pleated Pants had a 4-round event where it was they called it a pro-am, and that's, yeah, Lucas and I played it. Lucas is a Challenge Circuit B who's about to be a friggin' Kinetic or elite the way he's going. He's not going to be a Challenge Circuit player much longer. So yeah, we had a bit of an advantage there because, ooh, I'm gonna hit the shot and then we'll figure out the greens. See, this one is tough because on the one hand, you don't want to try to go at the pin because you're gonna roll off. That's 173. Okay, that's probably okay. And if you bumped it up, it probably still is okay. It's close though. You wouldn't want to be coming at it from this angle. I think they should, dude. I mean, ultimately it depends on how many, like, what the composition of your teams are, or your players, sorry. So if you have a whole bunch of people from the top 3 divisions, then, but yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want a team with 2 plats and then a team with 2, like, Bs or just challenge circuits, period. Okay, so here, all right, so we do have room over here if we need it, or we can go for it. Okay, so into the wind, you're probably, well, what is it? You might still get there into the wind. But then you're over here. It's only 430, so I'm usually not a fan of this kind of design, but it kind of works here. That's got it. No, it's fine. Yeah, CCA, there's not much difference between that and Kinetic a lot of the times. And a lot of it too, it can just be like I say, Lucas is B, but he's not playing like a B right now. It's not gonna be long until he's up in the Pro Tours. All right, this one is just, again, the retaining wall makes sense for the water, I think. The green though, this is, if I lay up, I would have, what would I have? Probably about 160 or so. Just feel like this green's missing a little something. When it's not into the wind, this just looks like a really easy hole. And the water isn't really coming into play on it. It's a tough one to get right. Getting the water to play like the way you want it to. Because it takes so long to do them. Still didn't play enough break. All right. Okay. Ooh, 400 or 500 yard par 4 with this narrow fairway while we're at it. And that's not fairway over there. Well, first of all, good on you for not forcing a split fairway here. A lot of people would have made that fairway over here too and made a split one. And I don't know. No, it wouldn't have made any sense to. So, good job there. Yeah, blind green. Talked about that though. Again, there's just I just feel like there needs to be a little bit more going on around the green. Not sure what it is, but there's a lot of just kind of empty space here. I don't think I have, Maddie. What's it called? Seriously, chipping is stupidly easy in this game. I'd almost rather chip than... Okay, yeah, I've definitely not played that. Ogo Pogo. Ogo Pogo. Love it. I would say retaining walls are probably overused, and the benefit versus the amount of time it takes is probably not worth it. Okay. So here, 400-yard hole. The bunkers we could get a little bit more imaginative with the shaping of. I'm seeing. This is a 3-wood and then whatever I've got left, isn't it? It's not a driver. I mean, you could partial one up there, I suppose, or if you're using a shorter driver, maybe. And then we've got an uphill approach. Yeah. Again, so what I do like here is that fairway around it? Because I like that. Otherwise, it's just kind of bare again. Into the wind, that was just... It was never going to run anywhere, though. Sorry, before I putt. So that bunker over there, you're going to need a pretty left pin to bring that into play. And even then, like, I think there's a really good chance you're going to see more balls stuck on that slope than actually in the bunker. So, I don't know. Of course, the other thing is if it was any steeper, we'd complain about the sculpting of it, so. I am curious about one thing with these steps. What happens when your ball's on it? Oh my god. So yeah, I mean, I know I'm playing the right side pin, but even a left pin, yeah, I don't know. Just kind of feel like it's not really in play. Which is unfortunate. You put that work into the bunker and then the stairs and everything, and then it's kind of there, but kind of not really something to worry about. Ooh, this is interesting though. So now we're bringing the water more into play here. You're gonna have to take that water on if you want to take a crack at this. And if you don't, you lay up about here, I guess. Yeah, fair. On my channel, we go for it, so... Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know that I would change much about this. I cleared the water by quite a bit, but... into the wind, but I don't think you want it much closer. I think it's good the way it is, and then you've given a pretty safe layup area if you want it. Is there a time when I wouldn't go for this green? Maybe a back right pin with a strong wind into me. But then the second shot would be hard anyways, so I don't know. I mean, it's a good hole. I just feel like there's something more there. That's all. But maybe not. Alright, so we've played this hole already. The par 5 that kind of kinks to the right at the tee shot. I'm trying to go right through the bush this time because I don't want to be in the left crap. Oh, look at this. Sneak everything. Get a bounce. Kick. Ah, almost. Bugger. Oh. Alright. There's plenty of reason not to try to go after this. So now because I've missed the fairway, I'm laying up. Okay. The one complaint I have here is that I would like to see the water closer to the green. Because if you're in the fairway, you're going to get over that water pretty darn easily. So it doesn't really have that. And the thing is, you're going for a Pete Dye course, right? Pete Dye is all about risk reward. That's what he does. He'd have the railway ties or the retaining wall, whatever you want to call that. He'd have it right up against the green. I'm not saying you should, but have it closer to the green so that there's some thought that, do I want to take this on? Because if I'm in the fairway, I'm going for it 100 times out of 100. But from here, I can't, so I just lay up. That's fine. Poor PlayStation's about to just go into friggin' orbit. Hair fast. That's too bad. Okay. Now what do we got for a green here? So the pin was behind the bunker there. That would have made it tough getting to it in two, which is fine. Although, you could potentially run it down that slope. No, I needed more. Yeah, that pin's fine. At first I was thinking it was going to be borderline, but no, it's not. It's fine. Even with faster greens, it would have been okay. Okay. It's unfortunate that we can't see because of the glare here. Although we can see. We can see what's up here. A lot of it's me too, so. Yeah, I think this is the one thing I'm finding with the course. A lot of times the trouble is just too far from the green to really be in play. So it could have been really cool, but you're going to have to have a miserable shot to end up in that bunker. Now to this back bunker. Yeah, that one's a bit more in play, I suppose. I'm not sure what I feel about the bunker, or sorry, the trees being in the bunker. But I don't know. Really? Okay. That I did not think. And I would maybe calm this ridge down a little bit. Just, that's an awfully dark shade of red. And if you're asking a shot to the back of the green, you're asking for about close to 2 bills, right? Yeah, that's a pretty steep slope to have to deal with. I think you could soften the ridge a bit and get the same effect. Okay. I mean, I'm definitely getting the Harbor Town vibes, though. That's what you were going for. Okay. Water left, bunker right. Fair enough. Something about the lighting or my game or something's making those +4s look weird. Well, weirder than normal before you guys get it. Alright, what do we got here? So this is better hazard placement. These are definitely in play. They're better size too. Okay. Oh dear. Trying not to fast it. Well, I accomplished that. And that doesn't go in the bunker. It's too bad. Okay. So here's one thing. If you're going to have them run off into the bunker, have the ball go into the bunker. Right? You get a drop off right towards the bunker. But it's going to stop as soon as it hits the rough. And you're going to have a hell of a friggin' lie on that rough too. That's like not far off being vertical. Would you be better off having that be fairway? Just run it down into the bunker. It would be something to look at, that's for sure. Because otherwise, those drop-offs don't really work as well. Like I'd have no problem with getting dropped off into the bunker. I really wouldn't. You're doing the same thing over on the left too. But it's never going to get to the bunker. That's the problem. Oh boy. Okay. So that planting, it's nice, I suppose. Like it's okay, but it completely blocks out the hole. I think you can accomplish the same thing lowering that way down, and then we can see everything. And then the same in the green too. Yeah, I would lower it. And again, I mean, you've got water there, but it's not really in play. It's just a little too far from the green. This was marginally downwind, right? So it kind of played more like a par 4 than a par 5, which is okay. But if you're going Pete Dye again, I mean, here's the thing with Pete Dye. Pete Dye tends to be pretty extreme. And that doesn't always play well in this. But this was like Pete Dye after his mom gave him a hug. It's just, it's not. And I guess Harbour Town's kind of that way too. Like Harbour Town was not his harshest. It wasn't really hard. It wasn't a harsh design at all. I mean, his first real harsh design I can think of was Sawgrass. Could be William, but I just don't. I would rather that be a par 4 and knock it down then, if that's the play, because it's an artificial way of making the hole harder. But yeah, that could be what it is. This bunker. I mean, from the overhead, it looks crummy. But from here, it looks pretty good. I don't know. It does fill the land in front. Going back to the sound again. Okay. This is probably still going to be too much. No, maybe not. No, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. From the that bunker looks a lot better from the tee than it does for here. That's for sure. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I just can't give you. I don't know if I like it or not. I mean, if you like it, that's all that matters. But I don't know if I do. Yeah. I made a 20-foot putt. Let's go. All right, what do we got for finisher? Okay. Water down the right. Oh, I like this bunker. I'd like it even more if it was closer to the green. Yeah, that's too bad. I really do like that bunker. This one back here, I like it too. That one's probably a bit more in play. Yeah, the tee shot with the framing was good. You're right, William. Nice clubhouse kind of resort area over there, I'm guessing. I mean, you've nailed. I can see Harbour Town in my head looking right there. Not the fountain, but just the. Yeah, you've got that for sure. Yeah, move this bunker a little closer. Make it be in play. No, I mean, I've shot a relatively ridiculous score here, but I was giving myself that putt. I guess I should have actually made it first. So if I'm actually concentrating, that goes in. I think a lot of the reason why it didn't play overly difficultly was that it, like I mentioned a couple times, the hazards just didn't seem to really come into play much. And so it became kind of easy to kind of plot your way, not plot your way around the course. The par fives, they play. I mean, I'm looking at the yardages of them right now, but they seem to play shorter than that. Like 16,550, I had 4-iron in. A lot of this course played shorter than it's the scorecard's saying. Huh. I think I was playing the blue tees. Yeah, I was. Huh, okay. It just, sometimes that happens. And to be honest with you, in this game, 7,200 yards isn't very long. It just isn't. It's the game. So, what do we need to work on? Oh, sorry, what did I like? I liked the vibe. I liked, you were going for Harbour Town. Thought you nailed that. I liked how you sparingly brought in the ocean, or the sound, or the water area. You didn't kind of use that as your crutch. I like that. I liked a lot of the ideas, I think, is what I really liked. I liked what your thought process was. I think it could have been executed a bit better. I think that there was a couple times where there were some really cool hazards, but they just weren't in play. They were a little too far away from the green or the playing area to actually come into play. There's some sculpting work to be done to just get rid of some of the blindness. And what else? That's pretty much it, I think. I mean, you're on your way for sure. This is not a bad golf course by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, the bunkering. Just a little bit. Try some different shapes is what I would say. They were pretty bland. They were like pretty same all the time. But yeah, I mean, it's a solid course. I'm assuming it was. Well, I shouldn't assume anything. I don't know if it was approved or not. If it wasn't approved, it would be kind of harsh to not be approved. But there's things that can be improved for sure. Anyways, those are things that I would check out. But again, I enjoyed the course. It was fun to play. So you've got it there, and you've got a lot of good stuff going on with it for sure.